Hey everybody, it is Saturday morning and it is still dark out, which means two things. One, Camden woke up at 4:57 a.m. Two, we're making bagels, baby. This is my first time making real bagels, not those 2-ingredient bagels that are weird. This recipe comes from King Arthur Baking and it requires an overnight starter. Now it's not really a sourdough starter because we're actually using a pinch of yeast. This is what it looks like when you're making it. And this is what it looks like in the morning. This is going to add so much flavor to our bagels this morning. Hey everybody, we are on step 2 of our bagel making journey. Last night we did the overnight starter. Now it's time to mix the dough. Here's our overnight starter. That sticky fermented goodness, look at that. It's 960 grams, also known as 8 cups of bread flour. It's 566 grams of water, or 2.5 cups. 2.5 teaspoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of yeast. I just realized my math on the salt was wrong, so I'm sprinkling an extra teaspoon. It should be 3.5 teaspoons. I just kneaded this dough for about 15 minutes and I'm legit sweating. I'm gonna put this in a greased bowl and just kind of flop it around. Now I'm just gonna cover this and let it rest and rise for 1 hour, and we will be back for part 3. Hey everybody, welcome to part 3 of our bagel journey. Our dough has been rising for an hour. All we're gonna do right now is gently deflate it and then let that yeast get back to work. 30 minutes. We're actually gonna do 24 bagels because I doubled this recipe. So we're just gonna make dough balls. Cover them, let them rise for 30 minutes. I've got a 10-inch pan with 2 inches of water. I'm gonna put in a tablespoon of brown sugar and bring it to a gentle boil. I'm gonna preheat my oven to 425. It is time to shape our bagels. Poke a hole in the center. Stretch it out a little bit, gently, gently. There we go. Being serenaded in the background by my daughter's piano practice.
Are there bagels at the bottom?
No, at the bottom, it's at the top, like that.
Oh, that's how they cook.
Yep. These are looking kind of wrinkly and I don't know why. Now I'm gonna do my everything bagel seasoning. And so I'm just gonna dip it in some egg wash. Bagel seasoning. Now I'm gonna pop these in the oven for 25 minutes on 425. I just took them out of the oven and they look really good. They smell really good. We're about to taste them. I got my scallion cream cheese on. Oh yeah, really good. Really good. Here are my final thoughts on the bagels. They were a lot of work, a lot of work. They were good. I almost think that next time I make bagels, I'm gonna try to do the 2-ingredient bagels and I'm gonna boil them first to get the crispy exterior, chewy interior, and then bake them. And I feel like they'll be just as good because I just cover it in everything, bagel seasoning, and then I make scallion cream cheese. Like that's where all my flavor's coming from anyway. So yeah, that was a lot of work. So I'm either gonna keep working on it and get the bagels like really, really good and make them bigger too. Those were too small. Or I'm gonna go back to my 2-ingredient bagels and just boil them and try to experiment with that a little bit so we can like also function in society doing other things besides making bagels all night and morning.